Hello, young explorers. Today, let's climb into the branches of a banyan tree, a tree that became a whole world of adventure, friendship, courage, and wonder for a little boy in Ruskin Bond's timeless tale, The Banyan Tree. The house and the garden belonged to the boy's grandparents, but the big old banyan tree felt like it belonged to him because his grandfather was too old to climb it. The banyan tree was very large. Its branches spread out wide. Some touched the ground and grew roots again, making it look like a tree with many passages. In its branches lived squirrels, snails, and butterflies. The tree was older than the house, older than his grandfather, maybe as old as the town of Dehradun itself. The boy could hide in its thick green leaves and secretly watch the world below. One day he made his first friend, a small grey squirrel. At first, the squirrel was afraid of him. It arched its back and sniffed in the air, as if to warn him to stay away. But when the squirrel saw that the boy did not have a catapult, it slowly grew friendly. The boy brought pieces of cake and biscuits for the squirrel. Soon, the little animal became bold and even jumped into his pockets to look for food. It was still very young, and maybe the other squirrels thought it was foolish to trust a human, but the friendship grew. In spring, the banyan tree was full of small red figs. Many birds came to eat them: bulbul, rosy pastors, parrots, mynas, and noisy crows. The garden became loud and cheerful during fig season or spring season. Halfway up the tree, the boy built a rough platform using wood. Here, he would sit in the afternoons, resting on a cushion he carried from the house. This was his library in the tree. He read books like Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, and The Story of Dr. Dolittle. Sometimes, instead of reading, he looked down from the branches at the garden and the world below. One hot afternoon, he saw something very exciting: a fight between a mongoose and a cobra. The cobra came out from a cactus bush. At the same time, a mongoose appeared from another bush. They faced each other in the open sunlight under the banyan tree. The cobra was big, black, and dangerous. He raised his hood and hissed, darting his tongue in and out. The mongoose was small but quick and clever. His hair stood up and he was ready to fight. Two other spectators joined in, a myna and a crow. They sat on a cactus plant, waiting to watch the fight. The cobra swayed from side to side, trying to hypnotize the mongoose. But the mongoose was smart. He did not look into the cobra's eyes. Instead, he kept his focus just below the hood. Then he made a false move. The cobra struck first, but the mongoose jumped aside and bit the snake on the back before darting away. At the same time, the crow and the myna also dived at the cobra, but instead of hitting it, they bumped into each other and returned angrily to the cactus. The second round was the same. The cobra struck, the mongoose jumped, bit, and moved away. Again, the birds tried to interfere but failed. In the third round, the cobra struck and the crow and myna again dived at him. This time, the crow was too slow. The cobra whipped around and struck the crow hard. The bird was thrown far away, fluttered for a while, and then lay still, dead. The myna flew back to safety and did not interfere again. The fight between the cobra and mongoose continued. Finally, the mongoose caught the cobra by the snout. The cobra writhed, twisted, and even coiled around the mongoose. But the brave mongoose did not let go. At last, the snake stopped struggling. The mongoose dragged it into the bushes. The miner hopped to the ground, looked into the bushes, and then gave a loud cry of congratulations before flying away. The boy climbed down and ran to tell his grandfather. His grandfather was happy. He had encouraged the mongoose to live in the garden because it kept snakes away. He even fed it scraps from the kitchen but never tried to tame it. A wild mongoose was more useful than a pet one. Later, the boy often saw the mongoose patrolling the garden. Once he even saw it carrying an egg from the poultry house, but the mongoose had not harmed the birds, and the boy knew that grandmother would forgive it as long as it kept the snakes away. The boy's squirrel friend also gave him a surprise. She once tried to build a nest in his pocket. Later, she stole grandmother's knitting wool. They searched for it everywhere but could not find it. One day, the boy noticed something shining in a hole in the banyan tree. It was the end of grandmother's knitting needle. When he looked inside, he found the hole stuffed with knitting wool, and inside there were three tiny baby squirrels, all of them white. Grandfather said he had never seen white squirrels before. Both of them stared at the little creatures with wonder. So, you see, the banyan tree was not just a tree. For the boy, it became a library, a playground, a stage for a great battle, and even a home for new life. This story reminds us that nature is full of surprises, courage, and friendships. We only need to pause and notice them. Thank you.